Imagine a total economic collapse. I'm not talking about a housing bubble bursting or, some massive geopolitical conflict shutting down global trade routes. Picture an apocalypse triggered by something entirely invisible, literally just a tiny microscopic string of code. Today, in this explainer, we're going to be looking at every high-frequency trading glitch that nearly reset our entire global economy.
Okay, let's dive into this. Billions of dollars. That is exactly what's at stake here. You see, in our hyper-connected digital age, we aren't waiting for banks to physically move literal tons of gold around in armored trucks anymore. A single broken line of code, like we're talking a missed decimal point or a flawed logic loop, can completely wipe out billions in mere seconds. It's this incredibly stark, honestly terrifying contrast between the massive macro scale of our global wealth and the absolute microscopic scale of the digital errors that can just destroy it all.
Section 1. The Billion-Dollar Code.
So you're probably already familiar with DDoS attacks, right? But here's the crazy part. In the realm of high-frequency trading, you don't even need malicious hackers to overwhelm a network. A simple typo, literally just a fat finger mistake in a trading algorithm, acts exactly like a DDoS attack. It inadvertently floods the entire market with rapid-fire, completely nonsensical orders. It's basically like an accidental inside job being executed by a very confused machine.
Section 2. Anatomy of a flash crash.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how things spiral out of control so fast. Because when algorithms trade with other algorithms, they aren't stopping to carefully analyze market fundamentals. No way. They are programmed to react instantly. So if one single algorithm gets a glitch and starts behaving erratically, all the other automated systems immediately react to it. It creates this devastating, lightning-fast feedback loop where human intervention is just, well, it's simply too slow to stop the bleeding.
Think of the mechanics here kind of like the snowball effect in a massive avalanche. Step 1. It always starts with a small movement. In this case, a tiny piece of broken code executes a highly unusual trade. Step 2. The automated systems react. All those other algorithms see that anomaly and fire off their own rapid trades. Step 3. Immense energy is captured. Suddenly, millions of automated orders are flooding the network all at once. And finally, Step 4. Total system collapse. The fundamental science is just that one microscopic movement captures more and more energy until the entire structural integrity completely gives way.
Section 3. A pattern of failures. Just watch how fast this technological disease actually progresses. Point 1. In mere seconds, that broken code executes. Point 2. Within just minutes, those feedback loops we talked about trigger massive, cascading, automated sales across the board. And point 3. In a matter of hours, billions of dollars are completely wiped out in a flash crash. The speed of this is honestly almost incomprehensible to the human brain. And that right there is exactly what makes it so incredibly dangerous. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is that if we were to compile a technical failure list of every high-frequency trading glitch, it wouldn't read like your standard financial ledger. Not at all. It actually reads a lot more like a massive catalog of computer viruses. On a macro level, it mirrors Type 1 civilization risks, those existential bottlenecks that could literally wipe out an advanced society. We have somehow built an economic engine that is so highly automated, its internal glitches are categorized right up there alongside true existential threats.
Section 4. The Great Filter Test. Let's move to and see how this builds into the big picture. Our old-school perception of the traditional economy is usually this really robust machine made of steel and vaults. We picture heavy metal doors, physical cash, tangible assets you can actually touch. But the digital economy, it is a highly fragile, incredibly complex digital organism. It's alive, it's constantly moving, and because it relies entirely on millions of lines of deeply intertwined code, it's insanely vulnerable to a single microscopic infection.
So, you might have heard of the Great Filter. It's that theory explaining why we haven't found alien life yet, basically suggesting there is some impossibly difficult technological hurdle that almost no civilization ever survives. Well, this fragile digital organism we call our global economy is currently undergoing its own version of a Great Filter test. With every single algorithmic flash crash, we are teetering right on the edge of a total reset, actively testing whether a system this insanely fast and complex can even sustain itself without just tearing itself apart.
Which leaves us with a truly provocative question. Will humanity survive this digital Great Filter test? I mean, when billions of dollars can just vanish into thin air simply because a machine missed a decimal point, the stakes really couldn't be higher. We have literally outsourced our financial stability to algorithms that operate way faster than human comprehension. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep asking questions, keep learning, and I will see you next time.